Chad, well, obviously, from what you're seeing from the sidelines and what you've been able to kind of take away last week, there was obviously a comeback victory, and Blake did a lot of good things, and then this week it was a little bit of a different story. But what have you been able to kind of see as far as assessing his play out there?
Yeah, I definitely think he's progressing. I think he, is going to the right place with the football, making some good plays in the pocket, especially with his legs outside the pocket. But overall, I think today it was just, making more plays down the field, and, we need to help outside from the receivers, the tight ends, and running backs to make some of those plays for him.
Some of the guys that, you can build relationships with that you have over time, Cecil Shorts being one of them. Where do you feel this receiver core is, and are you seeing some leadership at that point right now?
Yeah, we're definitely young at the wide receiver position, but, there are some guys that are stepping up. Cecil's a great leader for the group, but he's only fourth year in, and so he's still young too. He's a young puppy, but those guys are, getting better each and every week. Alan Hearn's had a great year. Marquise is really coming along, so we just got to keep building, get more consistency out of that group and at the quarterback.
And then as far as another guy that you've had an opportunity out there with, Marcedes has been in and out of injuries throughout his career, but he obviously had a big play in this game. And what can you say about him when Jaguars have had so much turnover, and he's been one of those guys that's really been here over time?
Well, I think you just see it, that he is consistent. He's a great run-blocking tight end, and he makes some big plays with the ball. It's hard to bring down. 6'8", 260 pounds, big guy out there, big target. So we just need to find ways to incorporate him a little bit more in the passing game and get him the ball a little bit often.
How has this season gone for you as far as having to watch Blake out there and being in the situation that you're in? What can you take away from it? How have you kind of taken the season and made it a learning piece and not just, okay, well, I'm waiting for my turn?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult in the beginning, but I kind of understood my role once I drafted Blake. So, my job is just to make sure he's prepared each and every week, help him out as much as I see out in the field, help him out on the sideline, and he can always ask me questions. I ask him questions what he sees, and we have a really good relationship in the quarterback room, and he's a great part of it, just being humble and putting all our egos aside and just trying to get after it and get a win here.
How involved are you both when it comes to, after a game, whether it's win or lose, of going to the film room? Are you watching film together? You're talking a lot during the week in preparation. Kind of how does that go between you and Blake?
Yeah, we're constantly in there together. We're never, separate. So whatever I see, he sees, and whatever he sees, I see. So it's a good relationship, like I said, and, we just keep building. I learned, a lot of things of what he can do out there on the field, extending plays and seeing things that he sees, and hopefully I can just teach him, experience with coverages and different looks that he gets on Sundays.
And lastly, when you look at the situation that you're currently in now, how do you view coming here? Do you feel like it ultimately was a good choice? Is it trying right now? How would you assess that at this moment?
Yeah, when I made my choice back in March, whenever it was, I felt this was the best place for me, and I still do. I believe in these coaches. I believe in the team, and my job is to be the best teammate I can be.